Okay, good afternoon ulit sa lahat. Welcome back po. So, tayo ay mag-start na siguro, ano? Past 4 na, 4:05 na actually. So, for today, we'll be discussing yung mga network analysis and network theorems po, ano, for AC. Then, afterwards, we'll be having the three-phase. So, maalala nyo po sa DC circuits natin, meron din tayong mga diniscuss na mga network analysis and network theorems. Ano po? Basically, they are just the same here in AC. Ang kaibahan lang ay, unang-una, doon po ay we are dealing with resistances only. Now here, we'll be dealing with impedances. Ano po? Ibig sabihin, yung mga components na yun, kahit isa lang siya, o dalawa sila, o tatlo sila, we will be treating them as impedances or impedance. And also, we'll be using complex numbers. Ano? So, ibig sabihin, hindi lang magnitude ang gagamitin. We have the magnitude and the angle as well. Okay, so let's start. Let me share my screen. I hope you can see it now. May I share reactions kung nakikita na po ito? Sige, thank you. So, we have the mesh analysis. Ano po? So, doon sa kabila sa DC, meron tayo nito. So, as what I've said, the theory is just the same. So, a method of electrical circuit analysis in which the mesh currents are taken as independent variables and the potential differences around the mesh are equated to zero. So, meaning, we'll still be using the Kirchhoff's voltage law and the Kirchhoff's current law kung kailangan pa as well. Ano po? So, same lang din naman yan with Kirchhoff's voltage law. The sum of all the sources and the voltage drops in the closed loop is equal to zero. And the currents entering and leaving in a junction are all equal to zero as well. Okay. So here are the steps. You have to mark or assign variable all the parts of the circuit kung kabisado na kahit wala ng marking. Number 2, draw circulating currents in its loop or mesh. Number 3, use Kirchhoff's voltage law to form equations in each loop or mesh. And last, solve for the unknowns. Ano po? So, ayun, forward. Okay. So, as an example, kung maalala niyo po sa kabila, resistances dito, resistances. Dito naman ay voltage na yung DC. Now, here we have the impedances and sources in complex form. So in the circuit shown, solve the current in each branch using the mesh analysis. So, ito, dalawa lang naman ang branch na ito eh. Ito dito, at saka dito. So, ibig sabihin yung loop niya, dalawa lang ito siya. The first one and the second one po. So, it is given that voltage source E1 is 100 angle of 0 degree volt. Voltage source E2 is 100 angle of 53.1 degrees volt. Ano po? Impedance 1, so say 1 is 20 angle 0 ohms. Impedance 2 is 20 angle of negative 90 ohms. And impedance 3 is 20 angle of 0 ohms. Kung titignan yung mga angle na yan sa impedances, kung i-analyze mo to, pure R lang to, kasi 0. Ito pure C, kasi negative 90. Ito naman pure R din, kasi 0 ulit ang angle niya. Okay, so we have assigned circulating currents like I1 here, and I1 and I2 here. Ano po? So, ibig sabihin niyan yung mga umiikot na current dyan sa loop na yan or mesh na yan. And then, we are going to assign markings like A, B, C, D, E, F in this case. Ano po ang ginawa natin? Sa inyo naman yan kung anong markings gagawin ninyo. Then, from this markings, ito na yung ating loop 1, ating loop 2. And then, we'll be using Kirchhoff's voltage law to form equations. Ano po? So, considering, ito muna, yung part na to. So, the starting point is F, then A, then B, then E, then back to F. Ito yun siya. So, mula dito, nandito yung plus natin ng ating source. So, we have the plus 100 of angle 0 degree volt. Ito po. Then, we go along with the current I, so minus I1, J1, or 20 angle 0, ito yan, J1 times I1, so minus. At this point, still I1 is involved. We have J2, I1. So, 20 minus ulit kasi it goes along with I1. So, minus 20 angle negative 90 times I1. Pero involved din po si I2 kasi dadaan din si J2 si I2. Opposite siya this time. So, we have plus 20 angle negative 90 times I2 sa part na to. Pagbanding mo rito, wala naman siyang kung anong impedance na. And then you go back with the original position F. So, you have to equate it to 0. Hope na sundan mo na ang ating process ng paggawa ng equation. Okay, so let's proceed. So mula dyan, pwede mo itong i-rearrange muna. You combine those with variables I1 and those with variables I2 and the constants as well kung may mga constants dyan. Ano po? So kagaya nito, pinagsama yung mga I1. Ito po. Yung 20 angle 0, negative 20 angle 0, I1 at saka yung negative 20 angle of negative 90 I1. Ano po? So pag nilipat to sa kabila kasi makikita nyo yung equal oh. So nilipat yan sa kabila yung mga yan. So, the result is 28.284 angle of negative 45 degrees I1. Yung I2 naman ay nilipat din yan sa kabila. That becomes negative 20 angle of negative 90. Ano po? Okay? Or the other way around, expressing the negative 20 will be at the opposite side. So that is 20 angle of 90. Remember, in a complex form, ang nasa kabila niya ay 180 degrees yun pag umikot. Po. Na pinakita natin nung last week yata yan. Kaya yung positive 90 negative 90 naging positive 90. So, negative 20 naging positive 20. Kinuha yan sa kabila. So, nire-arrange lang din ulit. Nilipat itong mga to sa kabila. Ito nilipat sa kabila. And then, all the variables now is at the left side. Constants now are all at the right side. So, anyway, 100 angle 0 lang. That is equation 1. Your equation 2, kung mapapansin nyo, we have I1, I2, two variables involved. So, dapat you'll be needing 2 equations to solve 2 unknowns. So, your other equation will come from the second mesh or loop. Ito po. Okay? So, pwede tayo mag-start sa B, C, D, E, back to B. So, dito, wala naman siya. Dito na siya. Ang involved po ay I2 at saka Z3. Kaya mapapansin ninyo, we go along with the direction of I, so minus 20 angle 0, I2. Ito yung 20 angle 0, ito yung I2. Then paglabas natin dito, minus sa source. So minus 100 angle of 53.1. Kaya ito yan. Then paglabas naman dito, we go along with I2. So minus ulit. I2 Z2 or 20 angle of negative 90. Sana siya? Ayun. Times I2. Pero involved si I1 na opposite. So plus. Plus 20 angle negative I2 times I1. Kaya ito po. Equal 0. Then, ganun ulit. Combine. Kung may mga I2 dyan, kukombine. May mga I1, kukombine. And then rearrange in such a way that the variables will be at the left side and the constant will be at the right side. So, ito na sila nang inayos. Ano po? And we can let that as your equation 2. So, yun. Two equations, two unknowns. You can solve for the unknowns. Pwedeng elimination, substitution, or determinants, or any other method you wish to use. Ano po? So, algebra na ang dating niyan. Okay? So, dito, ang ginamit natin ay determinants. Particularly the Cramer's rule. Ano po? So, we let a matrix A in which the elements are the coefficients of the variables. Again, your variable is I1 and I2. Ito yung mga coefficient nila. 28.284 angle of negative 45 degrees. Ito naman sa I2, 20 angle 90. Kaya yan yung makikita niyo rito. Ano? Ito naman sa equation 2. So, by determinants, multiply nyo lang naman yan, cross-multiply nyo lang naman yan, yung going to the left minus going to the right. Ano po? I hope nadaanan nyo na ito. Tama? Anyone? Yung Cramer's rule? Walang sumasagot. Ay, walang baka hindi yata nadaanan. Anyway, sige. So, ito yun sila, no? Kuha tayo ng panulat. Okay, so ganito po siya, no? Yung ating determinants of A, so po pwede siyang ganito, no? Ito, multiply nyo pa ganun. That is 28.284 angle of -45 times 28.284 angle of 135 and then minus ng papunta rito. Okay? So ito'y plus ang sign niyan, ito minus. So, depende kung anong resulta. Kung minus, naging plus. Basta, minus siya ng mga pakaliwa. So, ito ay 20 angle of -90 at saka 20 angle of 90. Yan yung mga yan. So, kung anong resulta niyan, you may check ano po. Ito siya. Okay? So, yung result niyan. Then, mapapansin nyo, so that is the determinant of A. Ito naman, the determinant of A sub 1, itong part na to. So, papaanong ginawa dyan? Ito pong mga coefficients ni A1 ay pinalitan ng constants. Constants. Yung mga constants na yon, yun po yung naandun sa kanan kanina ng equation. So, po. And then, with the same manner, i-multiply na naman to, positive. And then dito, minus na mga yan. This will be the result. The other one is I2. So sa I2 naman, ang pinalitan ng constants ay itong part na nandito. Ito yon, ito pinalitan nito. Ito yung constants natin doon kanina. Okay? And also, multiply na naman ulit. This should be the results. Hope na sundan. Okay? So again, this is the determinant of A, the determinant of A1, and the determinant of A2. So that, if we are going to solve for I1, we'll be using these values, yung determinant of A, tsaka determinant of A1. In solving for I2, we will be using the determinant of A and the determinant of A sub 2. Yan ang mga gagamitin natin. So ito po yan. For I1, as what I've said, we will just divide the determinant of A1 by determinant of A. So ito yung mga values nyo. Ito, divided by nito. Mapapansin nyo, almost 1 ito kasi halos parehas ng value nito. Ito, itong angle na to minus angle na to ay almost 0 din yan. So, ang value nito kung titignan nyo ay 1 angle of 0 halos for I1. For I2 naman, so determinant of A2 over determinant of A. So, ito divided by nito. So, yan siya. And then, kung titignan natin, the answer is 4.122 with the angle of -75.983 degrees amperes. So, yun yung dalawang circulating currents I1 and I2. Ito pa lang yun, yung dalawang yun. Okay. Suppose, ang hinahanap natin ay, dito makikita mo na ang current dito sa branch na to ay I1. Sa branch na to ay I2. Sa branch na to is the difference of I1 and I2. Ano po? Kasi opposite sila. So, kunyari, ang assume may pataas, that will be I2 minus I1. Kung pababa naman, I1 minus I2. Okay? So, eto tayo. I1 minus I2. Ibig sabihin, ang inassume niyang direction ay pababa. Okay? So, I3 is I1 minus I2. Ito yun siya. Minus neto, ano? And the result is halos 4 angle of 90 degrees amperes. That is for I3. Okay? Nasundan po? Sige, tuloy tayo. So, that is the mesh analysis. Ano? Now, the nodal, if you remember, meron tayong common reference or ground doon. Tapos, we assign direction of, kumbaga, arbitrary directions of currents. So, again, a method of determining the voltage between nodes in an electrical circuit in terms of branch currents. Kirchhoff's current law is used to form equation in its node, and the number of equations should be n minus 1, kung naalala niyo. And the number of nodes. Nodes are junctions also, no? Or point of intersections. So, kunyari itong ano ba to? Circuit na to. This is the same as the circuit that we have used in mesh analysis kanina. Mapansin nyo, you have E1, you have E2, 20 angle 0, 20 angle negative 90, 20 angle 0 dito. Now, in this case, we have the assumed direction of current I1, same as was what we did kanina. We have the assumed direction of current I2, opposite with what we did kanina. We have I3 here, same is with what we did kanina. So, ang naiba lang doon ay I2 ang ating assumption dito. So, ito yung kanilang nodes or junctions. Ano po? Ito, common na reference natin in which the voltage here is assumed to be 0. So, nandito yung V1 natin. Ayun siya. Okay? So, by Kirchhoff's current law dito sa port na to, I1 and I2 are entering, I3 is leaving. So, that I1 plus I2 will be I3. Or, pag nilipat sa kabila yung I3, I1 plus I2 minus I3 will be 0. Okay? Ayun sila. So, gagamitan natin ng Ohm's law kamukha ng ginawa natin noong nakaraan. So, ang ating direction ay pag ganun. So, starting here, labas niya ay positive E1. So, that is 100 angle 0. Then, we go along with I1. So, minus, dito, V1. So, minus V1 over the impedance, that is Z1. So, that is 20 angle 0. Again, dito ang ating voltage, 100 angle 0 minus V1 over Z1, that is 20 angle 0. So, we just copy plus. I2 naman, so starting here, palabas niya positive ulit sa 100 angle 53.1 degrees. Minus V1 again, over the impedance Z3. 20 angle 0 pa rin. We copy minus here. Ito yan siya. I3, pababa. V1 minus 0, simply V1 na lang yan. Over the impedance, 20 angle, negative 90 degrees. Equal 0, equal 0. So, ito na ang ating equation. Ano? So, mula dyan, pwede mo siyang i-manipula para ma-simplify yung ating equations. Ano po? So, ano bang ginawa dito? We have common denominator here sa part na to. No? So, we have, ito ay V1, negative V1 yan. Ito, negative B1 din. So, we have negative 2B1. Ano? Pagka ni-rearrange yan, paano ginawa yan? Ni-rearrange. Ito actually ay inayos. So, ito, 100 angle 0 plus 100 angle 53.1, kinumbine din over 20 angle 0. Mapapansin nyo minus, pag multiply yan ng ng negative 1, ito minus na, minus, kaya ito yung minus. Yung negative, negative, magiging positive na, kaya ito na siya. Ito, minus, naging plus. Okay? So, baka malito kayo sa signs, nagpalit-palit. Multiply lang yun ng negative 1. Okay. And then, sinimplify na to. We have now 0.1, angle 0, V1. Sinimplify din itong part na ito. Ayan siya. 0.05 angle 90. Ito, nilipat sa kabila. Yung minus naging plus sa kabilang side. Okay? And then ito, pinagsama na. You have now 0.0112 angle 26.7 degrees V1. Ito, pinagsama rin. We have 8.9452 angle 26.55 degrees. So we have only one equation, unknown, V1. So divide mo lang ito lahat ng 0.112 angle 26.57. The result will be 79.866 angle of negative 0.02 degrees volts. Yun yung voltahe na nag-exist doon sa V1 na to. Now, having the value for V1, you may now solve for I1, I2, and I3. Mula lang yan dito. So, ito yung I1 mo, papasok mo lang yan si V1. Ito yung I2 mo, papasok mo si V1. Ito yung I3 mo, papasok mo si V1. Kuha mo na yung tatlo. Ito yan. Okay. So, we just substitute the values for V1. And we obtained here that I1 is 1.007 angle of 0.08 degrees. Kung maalala nyo kanina yung I1 ay 0.998 yata yun with the angle of 0 point something. So, almost the same na. Dito naman, I2 is 4.122 yata yun. Pero, maiba yung angle dito. Mamaya balikan natin. I3 is 3.99, angle of 89.98. Almost the same yan. Balikan natin na. 3.99, 89.8. Ayun o, 3.994 ngayon dito, kanina. Dito, 89.99 degrees. Ayun o, 89.98 degrees. Halos pareha. So dito, ang angle niya is 103.918. Pero dito, makikita nyo negative 75.983. So, paano nangyari yun? Dahil kasi, yung in-assume nating direction ngayon ay hindi parehas nung kanina. Pabalik. So, ibig sabihin, meron silang difference na 180 degrees. Ano po? So, sulat ko lang yan ha. 4.122 angle of negative 75.983. Yan, punta ako sa kabila. So, ito yan. So, kanina sa angle na yon, yung, let me annotate. Ang sagot doon ay 4.122 angle of negative 75.983 degrees. Yung angle na to, pag kinuha natin yan sa kabilang direksyon, we have to add, pwedeng subtract, but in this case, we have to add 180 degrees sa angle na yan. The result must be close to this value. So, pagka ng calcu. Negative 75.983 plus 180 is 104.0171. Yun yung value niya. So, 4.122 angle nito ay, dito ko na isulat, 104.017 degrees. Ano po? So, almost close na yan dyan. Ano? 104 na rin halos to. Ito 104 na rin halos. Okay? So, hope nasundan po. Okay po ba? Okay. So, delete ko na ito ha. Masinulat natin. Then, move forward na tayo. So, nandito rin ang Thevenin's at Norton's ng mga theorem. So, parehas lang din yan ang theory nila. Ang kaibahan lang ay impedances at saka yung complex ang gamit. States that any combination of AC sources, no, wala yung of, and impedances with output terminal AB can be replaced by a single source voltage VTH and a single series impedance ZTH. The value of VTH, also known as the Thevenin voltage, is the open circuit voltage measured at terminal AB. The value of ZTH, also known as the Thevenin impedance, is the impedance measured at AB with all voltage sources replaced by short circuit. Kung may mga current sources naman, replaced by open circuit. Ano po? Okay? Same lang din yan sa konsepto ng ating DC. So, kunyari ito, mayroon tayong, ano ba ito? Diagram na ganito. Ito yung ating voltage source. Ito yung ating terminal AB na pinag-uusapan. Ito yung load impedance. And you have several impedances here. In order to obtain Thevenin voltage, so tatanggalin itong load, we are going to compute what is the voltage existing here. Kung alamin natin ng ating Thevenin impedance, yung source na yon kung voltage yan ay papalitan ng short, and then tatanggalin natin yung load, susukatin natin or kukumpitin natin kung ano impedance dito sa terminal na ito. After na ma-solve yun, this is now your new circuit, the Thevenin equivalent circuit, in which you're going to draw your VTH in series with ZTH and in series with the load ZL also. Okay? So, simple series circuit na lang ang resulta niya. Okay po. So, as an example, kamukha nito, kamukha yan dun sa ating illustration kanina. Suppose we have the source voltage of 120 angle of 0 degree volts. The impedances, so kunyari may impedance na dito 40 angle 0 ohms. Dito naman 30 angle negative 90 ohms. Dito 24.74 angle of 50.99 ohms. And the load impedance is 40 angle of negative 90 ohms. We are asked to find the current through and the voltage across the load impedance, meaning the current flowing here. That is IL, kunyari IL yan. And then the voltage here can be solved using Ohm's law. That is, if you have the current IL, so V equals IZ, ano po? IZ, ILZL. So, yun. We may use Thevenin voltage, Thevenin equivalent circuit. So, tatanggalin to. And then solve for VTH. And then solve also for ZTH. Replacing this by short circuit. So, ito na muna. ZTH muna. Tinanggal yung source, pinilitan ng short kasi voltage yan. Tinanggal yung load. And we're going to measure or compute the impedance here. Mapapansin niyo yan, itong dalawa ay parallel na nakaseries dito. So parallel, product over the sum lang nito. Ito yun siya, product over the sum. Plus nung nakaseries. Ito yung plus na nakaseries. So pag kinumpute po ito, we will be arriving at 30 angle of 0 degree ohms. Ano po? That is now the value for ZTH. Now, the next one is VTH. Ano po? So, binilik natin ang load. Aalamin natin kung ano nag-exist ditong voltahe. So, a little analysis. Since open po ito, there will be no current flowing here. Pag walang current, walang voltage drop. So, zero ang voltage drop. Ibig sabihin, pag sinukatan natin dito, dito ang masusukat natin hanggang doon. Or, kung i-analyze mo further, yan yung voltage drop at 30 angle negative 90 ohms. Yan po yan. Okay? So, paano natin malalaman yun? Pag meron kang current dito, may impedance ka, makukuha mo yung voltage. So, ibig sabihin, alamin natin yung current dito. Ay mula sa source, dahil wala nga dumadaloy dito yung current, zero, ay isa lang ang dinadaanan niyang loop. Ito lang yun. So, to solve for that current, we have to solve first the total impedance of this. Ito lang yung dalawang involved na yun. And they are in series. That is why we have here Z equals 40 angle 0 plus 30 angle negative 90. And that will be 50 angle of negative 36.87 degrees ohms. Ito po yung impedance na itong dalawang ito. Now, to solve for the current, Ohm's law, I equals V over Z. So, V is 120 angle 0. C is this, na-solve natin. To obtain a value of 2.4 angle of 36.87 degrees amperes. Yun yung current dito. So, may current na tayo dito. May impedance. We can now solve for VTH by Ohm's law. VTH is I times this impedance. Ito yan. So, yung I na-solve natin na kanina, ito na ngayon. And then, finally, we have VTH now. That is 72 with the angle of negative 53.13 degrees volts. So, meron tayong VTH. Merong ZTH kanina. We can now draw the equivalent circuit. I have 4 minutes remaining. So, ito yung ating equivalent circuit. Ano po? This is VTH. This is ZTH in series. We place back the load 40 angle negative 90 ohms. Now, to solve for the current, ay alamin mo natin ang total impedance na ito. Series lang yan, so we have to add. Ito na yan, ano? That will be 50 angle of negative 53.13 ohms. So, meron kang impedance na, you can solve for current Ohm's law, VTH over ZT. So, ito po, 72 angle negative 53.13 over 50 angle negative 53.13. So, masisiro to kasi ito minus neto, 0. Parehas eh. Kaya ang resulta, 1.44 angle 0 degrees amperes. That is the current. Yung voltage drop dito, i-multiply natin V equals IZ. Ano po? So, ito times neto. Ito yan. And that will be 57.6 with the angle of negative 90 degrees volts. Okay? So, yun. Nakuha na po natin yung hinahanap natin. I have 3 minutes only. Siguro, stop share ko na to. And then, I'll be sending a new link. Ano po? So, end ko muna.